of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 120! Me and you all day. I'm coming.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Sanders trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Done. 120! Tighten up. Pull it together. Yes. 74. Hey, 2. Done.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let one. They've got his man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz, and that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Wentz to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line.
1st down, Eagles. 50. Here we go. 280. Sunday.
Into the red zone. Wentz. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go. 180. 21. Here we go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his 1st carry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
11. Check. Bang.
Here's Hines. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here we go. 180. It's a party now.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 3. He's checking.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
65. Stop your whining. He's coming. Hey, gun. He's coming. Double up. Switch it.
Here's Mack. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hatchet. Slam. Check the backer. Check 99.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll run it with Mack. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 3 yards closer but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Empty. This side, 7.
Now Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it's 2nd down. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Mack, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. I got you.
Now a give, right side. Hines. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Joker. 12. Watch the twist. Hey, gun.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. Mack. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
I got you.
Now it's Hines. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
That's it, baby. We go
at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz now to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing now is Wentz, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, gun.
This is Hines. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and we'll still get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, it's Mack. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you.
They run with Hines. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. Mack, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Bravo.
Now Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he connects with Ertz. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Corky, 82, Corky. Lefty. They're running it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Tighten up.
One final try now for Wentz. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Colts, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.